Go. Hello YouTube, my name is Superpikminz, and I'm going to start my first Let's Play here, yay. And okay. Sorry it does that. So, yep, we're going to go ahead and start here with Pikmin, as you saw right here. New file. And we get a cutscene, yay. My name is Captain Olimar. While traveling through space, my ship was struck by a meteor. I must have blacked out, and I woke on the surface of a weird planet. With so many parts lost, the skeletal hull of my beloved dolphin is a painful sight. The engine is gone. I'm stranded. To make matters worse, my atmospheric sensors indicate this planet's environment contains high levels of poisonous oxygen. My life support systems can only function for only 30 days. If I can't repair the dolphin by then, no. Better not think about it. I must find the missing ship parts. So, yep. We're on an alien planet here. Trying to find stuff. So, basic control stick moves, and you want to be going here. You should be more careful around wildlife, Olimar. You'll learn that soon enough. A strange thing has appeared before me. I had barely begun my search when it reared up as if waiting for me. It then dropped a single seed. What is it? Is it alive as in a machine, or something more? It resembles a vegetable on my home planet that we call an onion. We call it too, Olimar. I should call us an onion too. Alright. Glowy, shiny. The seed that the onion dropped took root in the soil and has now produced a adorable little sprout. The sprout emits a strange light and it sways back and forth without benefit of wind. I cannot help but think it is calling me. I'm compelled. I must approach it and press the A button. So let's do just that. Extraordinary. When I plucked the sprout, it turned out to be a living creature, not a plant. Picking it has done no visible damage. It just stands there, staring at me. It's going to be Slenderman when it grows up. Its shape is similar to the pig wearing carrots I love so much. I believe I should call it a pikmin. Here I am, stranded on a toxic planet, fighting to survive. You haven't even seen anything but this yet. And yet I'm intrigued. I must research this fascinating creature. Try to grab it, throw it with A, call it with B, and perhaps use C and X as well. Flight controls appear to allow me to view viewpoints. L rotates, R zooms in and out, Z change, yeah. To survive, I must familiarize myself with these controls and my surroundings. So to recap what he said, I usually keep it at the second for camera control. A throws a Pikmin up, but to these. B is your whistle, which calls it back after you've thrown it. See, it won't follow me. Press that. C is basically called swarm, and it means that you like. I'll show you later when I have more Pikmin. And also what X does. Astonishing, the onion has sown more seeds. The small red pellet the Pikmin harvested after cutting down a flower appears to be some type of food that can propagate more Pikmin. Propagate, really. The onion seems to be a sort of incubator. Needless to say, I must study the strange life form more. Maybe catalog them? Probably not, because you need them to survive, but... yeah, so now we have a few more Pikmin. I'll show you what I meant by those other controls. As you can see, they're kind of moving on one direction. That's the C stick, and if you press X, all Pikmin under you will just stand there and turn pale, which is basically called idle, where they will only grab stuff if it's near to them. So yeah. Let's go ahead and have these 5 Pikmin here. Get this 5 pellet. If you notice, these pellets are sometimes on the ground, sometimes they're on plants. These pellets are one of the main sources you have for getting more Pikmin. There are 4 different types. There's the simple 1 that you had that we had before, and then there's this, which is a 5 pellet, which gives you 5. There's also a 10 and a 20, which give you, well, 10 and 20. So yeah, Captain Obvious. So now we have more Pikmin. We have 10. We're about to get some more. If you look over there, you see something over there. But we'll get that at some point. And so you notice the numbers above these. The first one on the top is how many Pikmin are necessary to carry that one item, and the one at the bottom is how many are carrying it. You can have more than what are required. I believe it's usually twice as much, but sometimes it's a little bit different. Like with the 5 pellet, you need 8 is the maximum. So now we have this box here, and Pikmin can apparently push boxes. And judging by their size and how big that box is, that thing must weigh like a ton. So needless to say, Pikmin are pretty strong, and we will see that later. The Pikmin are as curious as children. They form groups or form tasks that would be impossible for an individual. A glimmer of hope has begun to shine in my heart. If I can make use of their skills, perhaps I can fix my ship. We shall sum up all I've learned about Pikmin conduct, which basically means recap. If you didn't remember all these instructions from like 2 seconds earlier, here they are again. And guess what? He says another way. You can press Y. The only thing new with that was the Y button, which lets you activate your computer, which is basically everything you have, and then you can go to all your controls there. Helpful because if you haven't played this before, it's kind of confusing with all the controls. I mean, there are a lot. And he's eventually going to bring this up when there's a lot of Pikmin, but while you're plucking the seeds, if you rapidly press the A button, you'll just go and get all of them at once. So let's go get this. Or look at this. I just want to know, how is it moving by its own? Unless it has like those 4 things on the side or other things. But whatever. Amazing, there's no mistaking it. My ship's engine rests before my very eyes by a pure stroke of luck. Whatever. I have already stumbled upon the most important piece of a damaged craft. Fate has smiled upon me, but how will I get it back to the dolphin? Well, let's see if we can carry it. Nope. They need 20. 8 short. And luckily there's pellets right here. Just barely. No, actually, no, there's more than enough. So, let's get all of them. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to try to avoid that cutscene where he says just what I said about the mashing A button. But I'm going to borrow 1 red here because the maximum amount of Pikmin you can get in this day is 25. But some people might miss this one up here unless you like to explore a little bit. So, yeah, extra 2 Pikmin, which will come in handy because tomorrow we're going to need as many as possible. And I can't avoid this. Wow, I tried to, but I can't. Good at routine tasks, yay. I'm not going to read that because I basically just explained the whole thing for that. Group that filled with excitement and flushed with bright color. Other times they revert to a paler hue and give off a dim glow. Paying close attention to these differences is bound to help each single swim Pikmin. That's basically what I said about the idle ones. When they're idle, they'll have like the glowing thing like those in there. Those two. And if you touch them directly or you blow the whistle, they will follow you. But while they're idle, they will carry things that are next to them, which can be a hindrance sometimes. So yeah, we're just gonna wait for these Pikmin. That's the other thing. If you're like me, I constantly just like mash the button while I'm plucking Pikmin. If there's some that aren't up yet, then I accidentally like throw one, and that always irks me a lot. That was a great sentence there. Except with 25 Pikmin, we can carry this. And I did forget to mention Almar. If you press A without any Pikmin, he will punch, which will do a small amount of damage, useful for taking down some enemies at some points. And if you do it in your ship parts, it gives them a little bit of a description that's a little bit different from when you first look at it. And if you go all the way to the ship and punch the ship, I've recovered blah 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 card. It basically tells you how many you have left and how many it will take till the next area you can get to. So we just need one more to go to the next area. It'll also cover your health, which is in trying to point with the pointer, but it's that part on the bottom left corner. Oh, and while they're dragging this, I should explain the numbers. The first one that's green outline where my cursor is now is how many Pikmin are with you. One to the right is how many are in the field, and to the other right is how many are total. And the little gray Pikmin thing is what color Pikmin you currently have next to you. So yep. Ship magically fixes itself with one part and has a sparkler dispenser. Some advanced tech he has. Oh glorious, with the help of these Pikmin I've taken a huge step back towards home. My ship can once again lift off. The glimmer of hope is beginning to burn more brightly. But what has become of the remaining parts? The search starts tomorrow. Da 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 da. And typical end of day sequence. You'll hear this like 20 times during this. You see the onion uses flower power to lift off with us. So that'll be interesting. 1 day since impact. I somehow managed to launch the dolphin, but I was surprised to see the onion lift off of me. Perhaps the Pikmin cannot survive overnight on the planet's surface, or have they merely decided to join me for other reasons? Either way, it seems they'll help me again tomorrow. That almost was natural to say. The dolphin is missing 29 parts. If I can't recover them all, I may never return home to my family on planet Hokitate. Analysis showed life support system will function for only 29 more days. Big coincidence there. I wonder how that happened. How I can repair my dolphin in such a short time. A dense forest is visible in surface below, as it holds the key to my survival. I should name it the Forest of Hope. Fitting, but not cliche. I export tomorrow. And here's the chart. Top chart shows your graph of Pikmin. That's kind of funny. If you had like you grew like 50 billion during the day and then you like lost all of them, it just like goes up and down. And we have sprouted, lost in battle, left behind. The Pikmin, parts remaining and days remaining. So 30 parts, 30 days means you have to get one per day to finish the game. But some are really easy to get, some are difficult. So that's the distinction, and that's how it's kind of challenging too, because try to get one part, you can't. So we unlock the next area. The parts in this area tells how many parts are in the area. Yeah. So there's a ton in this area, but there's actually one more in the impact site, so we are going to go back there again. So it's not like a traditional like introductory stage like Mega Man 7 where you can't go back to it at all. And it actually is pretty useful because you can get a lot of Pikmin there. So yep, it's probably the first day. So next episode, or day as you like to call it, we're going to go back to the Forest of Hope. So I hope you like this video. Subscribe, rate, comment, especially comment, and all that YouTube jazz. So I will see you guys next time for the next day.